We do worry about what the proper amount of absurdity is, and we try to strike out the right balance. And we actually came, I think, really close to exactly the right balance when we represented Exxon Mobil at a petroleum conference in Canada. Canada is a huge oil-producing nation. They sit on the second largest reserve of oil in the world. The only problem there is that their oil happens to be the tar sands, which is an incredibly dirty and carbon-intensive oil field. In order to get the oil out of the sand, you need a huge amount of energy. So for every, I think it's every 5 barrels of oil, it takes 3 barrels of oil to get the 5 barrels. So you're just like burning tons of oil to get this oil. And unfortunately, the United States, in our warped idea of what security might be and energy security, we've kind of put all our money in that basket and said, okay, the Bush administration, along with Lee Raymond, the former chair of Exxon Mobil, who he appointed to chart the energy future of the country, they decided that the oil sands were going to be one of the major things that we rely on, which meant that they gave it huge subsidies so that they could immediately start accelerating climate change for our future security. Anyway, we went there. Calgary is a giant boom town right now because of the huge boom in the oil business. And we proposed turning people into Vivolium, a new biofuel. We invented a new biofuel called Vivolium, which is made from basically rendering people victims of climate change once the oil supplies are dwindling. And I think we walked the line really well there because some of the people in the audience were repulsed by it, but some still weren't. It was exactly the balance we were looking for. But we did have exactly the problem of somebody recognizing us at that one, and that's what blew our cover, not what we were saying. And we didn't know that. We thought, wow, we found because the cops came, and not the cops, but the security carted us off. And so we thought, this is great, we've done it, and then we reviewed the tapes later. And the way we shot that one is we just had all these volunteers who brought their handycams, who sat at the tables and taped, and we actually caught, accidentally on camera, the woman who recognized Andy. The moment he stood up at the microphone, she said, I've seen him on TV. And then she called the conference organizer, and so we have this whole weird video of them talking to each other and kind of freaking out and trying to figure out what to do. And so even though we thought that everyone got it because they carted us off, it turned out that what blew our cover was being recognized. And the real police actually came and saved us. I'm not kidding. The Calgary police, they came in and they were like, oh, what you guys do, it seems really pretty funny to us. We're going to make sure to get you out of here quickly. Want a cup of tea? And so, they were so friendly. It was unreal.